You son of a...
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Damn, you're fucked now. Run, Bailu. Use your stubby legs and run.
You'll never take me alive!
Well, hey guys. Welcome back to another video. And today we'll be talking about Bailu, or more specifically how Bailu basically became one of the best characters when she first came out at the start of the game to now one of the worst 5 stars in the game. Which I kind of want to talk about what led to this, because for one, I remember seeing Toshi make a video about this, something like this, but instead of Bailu it was like Natasha. So that will kind of give me the idea to talk about Bailu, because one, I remember having a theory called Does Someone Suck, because I did it with Jinyuan, I did it with Yang Xing. So I guess Bailu next, I guess. Okay, I guess we should get started now. So when the game first launched, Bailu was really high in value because for one, there was only 3 ways to keep your team alive. Japard with high investment, then you have Natasha, the free healer, then the only other option was Bailu. And the problem with that is the fact that the only unit you get as a healer is Natasha, and if you wanted to proceed in the harder content, you had to get lucky to loot your 50-50 to either Bailu or Japard. And at the launch of the game, Bailu value was really at the all-time high in demand, because when the game launched, people used to reroll a lot of times, and one of the units was either Bronya or sometimes Bailu, because Bailu is just such a comfy unit to have. And in the early to mid game, Bailu was really solid. Well, that mainly due because by default she was technically like the best option, because out of all the abundant units, there were only 2, and by default Bailu was the better one. And the reason why she felt so impactful because for one of her traits was if your character faints, she give you like an automatic revive, which was for like the early game of Honkai style, where the enemies are really hard to face because the lack of investment in the character we have. Your units are gonna die more often than you like, especially when we were trying to beat out the simulated universe World 2, World 3, or try to push Forgotten Hall to make it to MOC. Like if you had Bailu, that revive was more impactful to like the early to mid game when you had like no investment in your relics or had no like built up characters or light cones. And then if you paired up Bailu with a preservation unit like March 7th or Fire Trailblazer, yeah, that should be more than enough sustain, right? So like overall, to the early to mid game, Bailu was pretty solid, as well as the beginning of Honkai Star launch. Bailu was really sought after and such a valuable character at the time. But why now Bailu now considered to be one of the worst 5 stars in the game? Like how bad did she fall off that now she considered one of the best to legit the worst? Well, for one, Bailu was the best at the time because of circumstances. She was considered the best healer because she was like the only option other than Natasha. And as I said before with the revive for the early game was so nice to have. But with a compilation of so much new abundance healers coming out, and a fact on every single one of these new healers has a cleanse, which is getting more and more needed, and Bailu is the only abundance healer that doesn't have a cleanse, because while the other units had cleanses, Bailu had that one revive. And to the early and mid game, that revive is a big deal, but to the late game when you actually have built up characters with maxed out relics and a maxed out light cone and an actual well-built team, that revive is getting more and more obsolete or kind of pointless to an extent now. And then as a healer, she kind of get power crap by both Luocha and then Huohuo, because for one, for Luocha, he cleanses, he strips debuff with the ultimate. He also very skill point positive because you don't really use his skill as auto healing when any of your allies go under 50% HP, and also when you trigger 2 stacks of his Lotus healing when you attack the enemy with your characters, they also gain HP for that said character and the whole party. While Huohuo doesn't heal as much as Luocha, at the same time she heals more than enough to keep your team alive, while also giving you buff like increasing your recharge and attack, so she's kind of like a mini buffer and a healer as well. And then Bailu also have to compete with the fact that she also competing with Lynx, because even though you can pair Bailu with a preservation unit to get like the most value out of Bailu, and that's more than enough, Lynx can do that but much better because her skill increased aggro if you use her skill on either a preservation or destruction unit. And then you have Lynx ultimate that cleanses everyone in the party. And then when you look up Bailu compared to the other healers, you start to see her problem more and more. The obvious one, the fact that Bailu have no cleanses, her revive in the late game is either obsolete or useless, and her healing on her skill is basically RNG, because for one, you don't get the maximum amount of healing on that set character because all the amount of healing divided up or either goes around to the other party members instead of the main unit you wanted to heal up, which can be very annoying. Like, it's unfortunate to say, but Bailu really fell off because for one, now instead of being like an S to A tier unit, she's like a B to C tier unit now. Because with more and more new healers coming out, Bailu get more and more obsolete. Like, she good pretty early in mid game, but without her cleanse and the fact that you're basically playing Russian roulette with her skill healing, and when you compare she to all the other healers other than Natasha, she kind of mid. Like, if you use her with a preservation unit, like, it's fine, but at the same time, that can be said for all the other healers, especially the healers that can soul sync properly. Like, if I were to say how the buff she, like, obviously for one, give she a cleanse on either the ultimate or the skill, then I would say remove the RNG mechanic from the skill, and honestly with just with those two fixes alone, that's enough to make she a A tier unit, because for one, she heals off her skill, and the ultimate will pair her up with an energy recharge rope and a lot of speed substat and speed boots. And I'm not gonna lie, that would have made Bailu so much valuable. Like, I don't think it would have been enough to make she better than Luocha or Huohuo, but enough to make she good and usable for people that like she. Because no, they didn't, because I think the devs thought having a revive with that cleanse would have been too broken. And honestly, I don't know what the hell they were thinking of designing the skill top RNG. Like, by no means she's terrible, but at the same time, they're just better options. Bailu just mid, but that's just an opinion. My opinion. And yeah, that's about it, because with all that said, I think that's everything I want to talk about for today's video. So thanks for watching, I do appreciate you for sure, and let me know what I should do next, and let me know what you guys think, what I have to say. You agree with me or you disagree? Let me know down below, cause at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kill you. Meh, I probably might kill you, but at the same time, still comment anyways, cause I love that stuff. But anyway, final thoughts on Bailu. Yeah, she definitely fell off for sure. Like, if you have her and you use her, like, she worked, but at the same time, there's just so much better options. Which honestly kind of sucks to say, because I really like Bailu, because for one, design is cool, I really like the character, but she just mid. But also at the same time, being mid, not being bad, just the better options, as I keep saying over and over again, because for some reason I think I'm a broken record. But damn, poor Bailu, instead of getting compared to Luocha or Huohuo, she getting compared to a 4-star healer being Lynx. Damn. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I post daily videos every single day, and follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. And with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.